Hello YouTube and welcome to another video. Today we're gonna go over some U codes that my car is throwing. It's been doing this for the last few months. I wasn't really able to pinpoint it until now that I'm running the scanner and I'm going through every module. Let me show you guys really quick. As you guys can see, these are the codes that I'm getting, and I am getting fault on TCM, on TCCM, instrument cluster control module, GSM, and this one, CAF module, which we're gonna check it. And I'm gonna show you really quick what I found. So I have a bunch of intermittent codes, so meaning they go they show up and then they go away, and they seem to be doing that. They're not permanent, so they appear every once in a while. Now it seems like it's pretty much permanent because they've been staying here for a while. So there's a bunch of communication codes, and let me show you guys here. Let's see these ones here. On PCM I also have some U codes, so there's like invalid data from gateway A, and I checked the one for the it's gonna be the this one, the gateway, and I noticed that the battery, it's giving me a code for the secondary battery. So, and that one is permanent. That secondary battery, it controls the it gives voltage and current to a few modules. So this battery helps stabilize some modules inside the car, and it's also tied to the control modules and the steering buttons, and it just helps stabilize all the modules in the car. And if that battery is going bad, we could have some issues tied to and giving codes, random codes, and some buttons not working, and a few random stuff. Like I told you guys before, I changed this already and it didn't fix it. We might have an issue with the part in the middle. It's called the clock spring inside, but I didn't really see any damage wire, at least from the outside, and I had current coming from the clock spring cables to these buttons here. So I'm gonna check the battery, and I already removed the cover where the battery goes, and it's very simple to remove. You have to remove these two nuts holding the windshield wipers. Once you remove the windshield wipers, you have to remove this battery cover. It's pretty easy. Like it's only gonna take this. You gotta remove these ones, and then you'll just remove the cover just like that. And finally, you have to remove this bar so you can remove the cover. Okay. And what I found, guys, look at this terminal, how it is. I already loosened it, but look at how corroded it was, and that could be the issue why we're having all these random codes and steering wheel not working. So we're gonna clean this up, and this is sulfate right here, it's dripping, and I'm gonna take it to the battery shop and load test it, and then I'm gonna go from there. Hopefully this helps fix all these issues, random issues that I have on the car. And as you guys can see, the battery is not in a good shape, so we'll just remove it. You just grab your number 10. These are also number 10, and there's two number 10s right there. And you just remove this bracket. Okay. So visually, yes, it's pretty bad here. This we can just clean it, and then I'm gonna measure the voltage. Let's see, this is supposed to be 12 volts. Yeah, so let's grab the voltmeter and measure this. All right, my friends, so as you can see, I'm measuring the voltage on our main battery, and we have 12.43, which is acceptable. But this one, it's giving me 0 volts. Let's see. Well, let's see what it's giving. Actually, it's not 0, but it's 0.89. 0.890. So yeah, it's pretty dead. I'm gonna go and get a new one. This battery, I bought it from Amazon, and it came from the UK. So I'm hoping they have this battery at the battery store here in Hawaii, and I'm gonna go check it out right now. Okay guys, we might have to improvise here by putting this plate. This is copper, and I'm gonna put it from here. I'm gonna bend this so we can grab, this can go like this. Okay, so I'm gonna bend this and remove this side. I do want to keep this part because there's an amp right there. Okay, so that one's gonna go there, and then this side, what I can do on this side, this is a ground wire, and I might be able, this is, maybe we can put it like this. Let's see, we can probably bend it. I don't want to bend it too much. And yeah, this is gonna be a tricky one, so let's see what we can do. Alright guys, I was able to improvise for this terminal here. I put a bolt, and then at the end I used this one that came with the battery, and then I had to put a bigger washer because the bolt would be, it was too big and it would touch the bottom. So this, it's good here. Make sure to put some grease. I'm gonna put some grease once I check that my coats are gone, hopefully. Now I'm gonna install the positive here, and this one worked out pretty good. I got this copper metal here that I used, so I'm gonna install this one here just like that, and then I'm gonna install the screw that came with the battery. So hopefully that just stays there, and we don't have to worry much about it. So we're gonna screw this, and then we're gonna test the battery. Okay my friends, I'm scanning the car again and see if we have less coats. Hmm. So we have, let's see. Okay guys, so we'll see. Let's see if we have the battery one. Right now I have many codes because I did unplug the battery. So I'm actually showing, let's see, for example, this one. It's still gonna show the battery, so I have intermittent. So now we'll just do a quick erase. So that will erase everything and we'll see what comes back. Okay, so we have this one. Still there. Which is probably related to this button here. That didn't fix it. But I was able to erase everything else. We had like this one, GWM and GSM, and this one, and yeah, so all these codes went away once the battery was changed. So I'm gonna turn the car on right now. I'm gonna turn the engine on and see if something else comes back. Okay, so I turned the car on, it's running. Yeah, this one is not working, so I might have an issue with the clock spring, but I, like, all the other codes disappeared. So hopefully I can order the clock spring and fix this one. Okay guys, so next thing you'll do, you have to put everything back together. Make sure to put some grease here. I'm gonna take it out again and put some grease so it doesn't corrode again. And make sure to mount your bracket and mount everything back again. Yeah, that's how you change your secondary battery and fix those random codes that you saw earlier. So if you guys learned something new, please don't forget to like the video, hit subscribe, and see you on the next one.